Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Right now, I am interviewing one of our own, Ryan Bennett. So, hi, Ryan.
There, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good myself. So, can you give everyone just a background on yourself? So, what's your role at TUTV, your major, minor, where you're from, and all of that jazz?
Yeah, well, I'm Ryan Bennett. I'm a senior media studies major at TU. I've been doing TU TV for maybe a year and a half, I think, about 3 semesters. So I think this is probably maybe my fourth. Um, I started out by just being an anchor for sports. I was a sports anchor for about a semester and a half, and then I got out of there and started doing news anchoring, things like that. And then uh, my third semester, maybe I might be messing the timeline all up. I'm not sure, but I started writing the scripts and I became the news producer. So I wrote the news scripts and things like that. And I'm still working as that right now. But the past couple of weeks, I've been also trying my hand at assistant directing and things like that. And next week, I think I'm going to be directing, or I guess tomorrow I'm actually going to be directing the show, hopefully. So that might be something.
That's awesome. You said you were a media studies major, correct?
Yeah.
So what made you decide to major in media studies? What did you start out? Did you start out in media studies? Have you changed majors? What have you done?
Yeah, I came in like already having I came into TU already having declared the media studies major, because I kind of just heard that, communications is an all encompassing kind of area. And that's like our equivalent to communications basically, because it was renamed to that. I'm also a sociology minor. And so I kind of thought for a while that, news is something that where they kind of, intersect with each other. Because you kind of the idea of news in and of itself is to, like, educate all these people on what's happening and things like that, and about what's happening around the world. And that kind of goes hand in hand with, you know being empathetic and caring about what's happening and things like that. So it all just kind of worked out like that, I guess.
Yeah, that's awesome. Since you've been at TU for so long now, what are your best memories here at TU?
um Probably definitely nothing from the past couple of years, because it's been a just being at home and everything. It's kind of, it doesn't really even feel like school. But I think probably my best year was probably sophomore year.
Mhm.
That was I wasn't like an awkward freshman. And it wasn't like COVID wasn't even a thing yet. And so I was kind of like, finding out things about the school and kind of branching out and getting involved in more uh you know TU community kind of things. I was in SA for a while, um and things like that. That's pretty interesting place to be in, and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very cool. With graduation around the corner now, what are your plans so far?
Well, so far I'm maybe planning to be a freelance writer post graduation, kind of continue on what because I already kind of, write for, the school and a couple of freelance places already. And so I'm hoping that after graduating I'll have more time to do more of that and like take bigger assignments on and things like that. And also something else that I've been recently interested in is photography. And so I'm hoping that maybe I can, get some gigs as like a photographer, uh, post grad and beyond and things like that. So,
That's awesome. My last question for you is what is your goal for your future career and what is your dream career?
hmm, that's kind of a hard one. I'd say maybe something to do with creative writing, maybe. I think it'd be really cool to, do what lots of mainstream authors have done and, release, a book every year or 2 years or something like that. And, kind of just like do that as your passion project that also kind of makes you money. Because I've never been too into the starving artist kind of idea, because it's, stressful to lead a life with somebody else and have that as your primary like way to gain me. So I'd say that probably, if money wasn't like on the table or anything like that, maybe an author or just like a, just a photographer who just shows work at various museums or shows or things like that. That'd be something cool.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. Whatever you are doing right now, if it is assistant directing or helping with the new scripts, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But we're gonna head back to the studio.
All right. See you there.